Humans have the biggest bottom in the animal kingdom, according to our buttocks-to-body ratio. But have you ever seen a bat with wings larger than its own body? Or a creature whose tongue can shoot out to a length double its body size? Or how about animals with legs that make even Maci Currin look tiny? In today's video, we will see 15 incredible animals that have body parts larger than their entire body. So get ready, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive right into it. Number 15. Hercules beetle. The Hercules beetle is one of the biggest beetles on Earth. It stands out not just because of its size, but because of its unbelievable horn. This long, curved structure extends from its head like the helmet of a warrior and can grow nearly as long as its entire body, up to 7 inches in adult males. That makes the beetle appear nearly double in size when you count this impressive natural armor. Native to the wet forests of Central and South America, this beetle roams both the forest floor and the high canopy. Watching this beetle engage another in combat is like witnessing a miniature Colosseum fight. Males use their enormous horns to battle over space and mates, flipping opponents with strong, precise moves worthy of any wrestler. Despite their toughness, they're vulnerable in their larval stage, which can last up to 2 years. During that time, they live as oversized grubs beneath logs, quietly preparing to emerge as giants of the jungle treetops. Number 14. Pelican. If you look toward active coastlines and still inland lakes, you'll spot pelicans. Recognized for their big pouch-like bills that can stretch up to 18 inches in length, pelicans possess one of the most efficient fishing tools found in nature. This expandable pouch is far more than a visual quirk. It acts as a high-capacity scoop, capable of hauling several pounds of fish in one strike. These birds live across various regions, especially near lakes, rivers, and ocean shores in North America. When a pelican sees a school of fish from the air, it plunges headfirst into the water, bill expanded, scooping both prey and water. Once it surfaces, it tilts its bill to drain out the water and swallows its catch whole. Beyond their hunting skills, pelicans are extremely social, often flying in synchronized formations or resting in flocks. They've existed for more than 30 million years, adapting over millennia and proving themselves masters of resilience and survival in aquatic environments. Number 13. Maned wolf. This wolf is a strange and striking animal that stands out for its unusually long legs. So long, they make up nearly half of its total height. These legs can measure more than 30 inches, helping the maned wolf tower up to 35 inches at the shoulder. But those legs aren't just for looks. They're a critical survival tool. Native to the grasslands of Brazil, Bolivia, and Paraguay, this lanky predator uses its height to peer above tall vegetation, spotting prey or detecting danger across long distances. With such height, it can cover expansive territories efficiently, walking with ease across wide landscapes. Despite its name and fierce look, the maned wolf isn't closely related to wolves or foxes. It belongs to its own genus, Chrysocyon, meaning golden dog, a nod to its red-gold fur. Even its diet defies expectations. Though it hunts small animals, it also eats fruit, especially the wolf apple, making it one of the most omnivorous canines alive. Number 12. Queen Alexandra's birdwing. In the dense tropical rainforests of Papua New Guinea, a stunning spectacle glides above the canopy, and it's called the legendary Queen Alexandra's birdwing. This isn't your average butterfly. It's the largest in the world, with a wingspan that can stretch nearly 1 full foot. Females can reach up to 12 inches from wingtip to wingtip. That's not just enormous. It's wider than some birds that inhabit the same forests. The beauty of Queen Alexandra's birdwing isn't only in its size, but also in its vivid colors. Males display glowing electric blue and green tones, while females are marked with cream, chocolate brown, and orange accents. If butterflies held fashion shows, this one would rule the runway. And if there were a flying contest, it would outsoar every competitor. Despite its impressive form, this species starts life as a tiny egg, no larger than a pea, before becoming a caterpillar and eventually transforming into one of Earth's most majestic insects. It's an icon of beauty, strength, and delicate ecological balance. Number 11. Giraffe weevil. The giraffe weevil, well, basically, named for its unusually long neck, is one of nature's most eccentric-looking beetles. The males possess an extended neck that can grow up to 3 times the length of their bodies, which they use both in combat and courtship. Native to the forests of Madagascar, these striking red and black beetles might seem small, just over an inch long, but their behavior is full of drama and precision. Males use their long necks to fight one another for the right to mate, pushing and wrestling in displays that resemble tiny, high-stakes duels. Once victorious, they use their necks to help roll leaves into protective tubes, nests where females will lay their eggs. It's like watching miniature architects in action, each with an elaborate built-in tool. Though small, the giraffe weevil plays an essential role in the forest ecosystem, from plant decomposition to reproduction rituals. Its unique design isn't just for show, it's a specialized adaptation evolved with one very specific purpose in mind. Number 10. Tube-lipped nectar bat. In the remote cloud forests of Ecuador, a small airborne marvel performs an intricate nightly ritual. This is the tube-lipped nectar bat, a creature whose most bizarre trait surpasses all expectations. Though its body measures only 2 to 2.5 inches, its tongue steals the spotlight, stretching out over 3 inches, which is basically longer than the bat itself. When not in use, it coils deep inside the bat's chest, ready to launch into action. This remarkable tongue is designed specifically to reach into certain flowers that are inaccessible to most other pollinators. Like a gymnast with flawless rhythm, the bat's tongue unfurls smoothly, diving deep into blossoms to retrieve precious nectar. This adaptation gives the bat exclusive access to a food source, making it essential in its environment. It uses echolocation to dart between trees and flowers in total darkness, with a level of agility only night flyers possess. First discovered back in 2005, this cute, tiny pollinator is proof that even today, nature still keeps secrets waiting to be revealed. Number 9. Flamingo. Wade into the vivid wetlands across the Caribbean or near Africa's salt lakes, and you'll see flamingos standing tall, nature's avian ballet dancers balanced on stilt-like legs. Their slim, graceful legs can grow up to 30 inches long, often longer than their entire body length from beak to tail. But these limbs aren't just for height, they're essential tools. They allow flamingos to wade deeper into waters other birds can't reach, feeding on algae and tiny crustaceans that give their feathers that iconic pink shade. Their long legs elevate them, both literally and ecologically, allowing them to thrive in shallow, food-rich zones with fewer predators. Flamingos have also adapted a unique way of feeding upside down. Their large, downward-curving beaks filter food while their heads hang inverted in the water, an unusual but efficient dining technique. This feeding method, paired with those towering legs, makes the flamingo one of the most uniquely adapted and visually striking birds ever to stalk through shallow water. Number 8. Barnacle. Step onto any rocky coastline, a pier, or the hull of a boat, and you'll likely spot one of the sea's simplest residents, the barnacle. These small but fascinating animals are more remarkable than their rugged, fixed shells might suggest. Typically, barnacles grow to just a few centimeters in diameter, but their standout feature isn't their hard shell, it's their reproductive anatomy. The barnacle holds the record for having the largest penis in proportion to body size in the animal kingdom. This organ can stretch up to 8 times its body length, allowing it to reach nearby mates while staying firmly attached to a surface. Their feeding arms, called cirri, extend far beyond their bodies to sweep plankton from passing currents. Found clinging to surfaces in marine environments around the globe, from the frigid Arctic to tropical shallows, they're both a biological marvel and a nuisance to shipping. With their unrivaled grip and record-breaking anatomy, barnacles prove that even life in one spot can be anything but ordinary. Number 7. Albatross. Visualize a bird whose wings, when fully extended, are wider than most cars are long. That bird is the albatross, an enduring symbol of the open ocean, known for having one of the longest wingspans in the world, reaching up to 11 feet. But this isn't just an impressive measurement. It's a biological advantage. With wings like these, albatrosses can glide across entire oceans, conserving energy by riding wind currents for hours, even days, without flapping. Originating from the wide stretches of the Southern and North Pacific Oceans, the albatross rarely touches land. They can remain at sea for years, returning only to breed. Their massive wings aren't just for movement, they're lifelines. Albatrosses are also deeply social and loyal. They form lifelong bonds, reinforced by elaborate dances performed year after year. These birds call the sweeping wind currents of remote oceans home, mastering life over water with little more than instinct. Number 6. Sheepshead fish. The sheepshead fish has one of the most unsettling features you'll find in any aquatic creature: teeth that closely resemble those of a human. Not jagged, not razor-sharp like many predators, but rows of flat, evenly shaped chompers, incisors, canines, premolars, and molars that look uncannily familiar. It's not a stretch to say that if a sheepshead fish smiled, it'd almost pass for human. This massively bizarre dental lineup isn't just a biological oddity, it's functional. Found along the Atlantic coast of the United States, especially near North Carolina, the sheepshead uses its teeth to crush barnacles, shellfish, and crustaceans. Fishermen often do a double take when they reel one in, and some, like Nathan Martin, have even photographed them mid-smile. Martin caught his toothy prize off Nag's head, and its human-like grin caused a stir online. He plans to mount the fish on his wall, not just for the catch, but for that weird set of teeth. Number 5. Jerboa. Across the arid plains, stretching from North Africa to Central Asia's deserts, the jerboa makes its home in some of the planet's driest, most open terrain. A small member of the rodent family, it fascinates with its peculiar proportions, especially its tail, which often extends longer than its entire body. That tail can reach up to 10 inches, while its body usually measures only 2 to 6 inches. Some jerboas also have hind legs up to 4 inches long, while their body may barely reach 2 to 4 inches without the tail. These legs aren't just bizarre, they're highly functional. The jerboa uses them like a miniature springboard, launching into powerful leaps that help it escape predators in environments with few places to hide. Its tail acts like a rudder or counterbalance, keeping it stable in midair. Jerboas also don't rely on water sources to survive. They extract all the moisture they need from their food, an impressive adaptation to extreme desert life. Number 4. Shoebill stork. The shoebill stork isn't interested in people, but baby alligators, lungfish, eels, and Nile monitor lizards? That's a different story. This prehistoric-looking bird, found in the swamps and wetlands of central tropical Africa, doesn't chase down its prey. It waits, perfectly still. Then, in one explosive motion, it lunges forward with its huge, shoe-shaped bill. Whatever's nearby, mud, weeds, water, and prey, gets scooped up. What follows is a violent headshake, used to toss aside all the debris while holding on to whatever squirming animal it's managed to grab. Then, with its enormous bill, it crushes or decapitates its victim before swallowing it whole. It's brutal, but effective. Shoebills are solitary, silent, and fiercely territorial. And while they look like they're from another age, they're not relics. They're apex predators adapted for precision hunting in swampy ecosystems. Despite their harsh technique, their slow, statue-like movements help them remain unseen until it's too late. Once they strike, there's no second chance. Number 3. Green iguana. Perched high in the forest canopies of Central and South America, the green iguana lies stretched across sunlit branches, its vivid green scales nearly glowing against the dense foliage. This reptile is just as much a part of the treetop landscape as the limbs it rests on. Among its most distinctive features is its tail, which can grow to double the length of its body. A full-grown green iguana often measures 5 to 7 feet from nose to tail tip, and the tail alone can extend 3 to 4 feet. But this tail isn't decorative, it's essential. It acts almost like a fifth limb, helping with balance as the iguana climbs narrow branches far above the ground. Think of someone walking a tightrope. Now imagine having a built-in stabilizer. That's how the iguana uses its tail, swinging and adjusting with precise control. Green iguanas also swim well, using those tails to propel through water, surprising those who assume they're strictly tree-dwelling lizards. Number 2. Gorilla. Within the mist-draped forests of Central Africa, the gorilla commands attention with its sheer physical presence. Often referred to as the gentle giants of the jungle, gorillas are renowned not just for their size, but for their exceptionally long arms. These muscular limbs can span up to 8.5 feet, often exceeding the animal's own height, which averages 5.5 to 6 feet in adult males. Their powerful arms are crucial for moving through dense foliage and scaling trees. But beyond movement, these arms are also key to communication. Chest beating and displays of strength are how gorillas assert dominance or warn off threats, usually avoiding real conflict. This behavior shows their preference for peace within tight-knit social groups. Found in countries like Rwanda, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, gorillas live mostly on a vegetarian diet of fruits, leaves, and shoots. Their world is built on strength, family bonds, and a surprisingly delicate balance between imposing power and deep emotional intelligence. Now let's end this with Number 1. Flying fox. Flying through the warm, damp air of tropical islands spread across the Indian and Pacific Oceans, the silhouette of the flying fox creates a dramatic presence against the fading sky. This isn't some ordinary bat. It's one of the largest in existence, with a wingspan that can extend up to 5 feet. To compare, that's about the length of a typical kitchen countertop. With its fox-like snout and wide, intelligent eyes, it's equipped with wings made of delicate, stretched skin across elongated fingers. These wings aren't just massive in proportion to its body, roughly a foot from head to tail. They're crucial to its survival, enabling it to cover long distances each night searching for fruit, its main food source. As they glide tree to tree in the darkness, they're doing more than just eating. They're essential pollinators and seed carriers within their ecosystems. Maybe that's why their faces always seem so intense. They're the silent gardeners of the rainforest, maintaining balance under the moonlight. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for joining us on this journey. We'll see you soon in the next one.